Up until the outbreak of the Civil War, Romney was a sleepy little town, tucked away in the hills of western Virginia. Romney lays claim to being the oldest legally established town in what is today the state of West Virginia. It should be noted that the town of Shepherdstown also lays claim to this title, but it was Romney who was presented as a bill to the House of Burgesses on November 18, 1762, and signed by the governor. That gave Romney its legal status. Romney is also located in the oldest county in West Virginia, Hampshire County, and located along the Great Wagon Road, as it became a gateway to the west on the western expansion to the Ohio River. Romney played no minor part in the development of the frontier, having the Northwestern Turnpike run through it in the 1830s on its way to the Ohio River. Later, on the main line of the B&O Railroad, Romney would be in the crosshairs of the Civil War. Romney was then part of Virginia and sympathetic to the Southern cause, and when Union Colonel Lewis Wallace arrived on the 12th of June, 1861, with his 11th Indiana, he noted that the retreating Confederate troops were accompanied by a mass of women and children, flying as for life from the town. By the end of the war, Romney lay in devastated ruins. According to the diary of Unionist Samuel Clark Farrar on his regiment's movement through Romney on May 1865, he states, quote, "At the present, it is in a deplorable condition. Nearly one half of the houses are vacant, the glass having been taken out of these to repair others. The public buildings are badly used up. The jail is burned down, the courthouse badly defaced. The town is entirely dead to business, excepting a single cabinet maker whose pounding alone disturbed the silence of the town. The citizens are very shabbily dressed in old, worn-out, old-fashioned garb. The blacksmith has no coal, and the citizens no currency. The streets are almost deserted." End of quote. It is from this little town that struggled to rise out of the ashes of the Civil War that the Appalachian history detectives, in collaboration with Chad Ashton of the Hampshire History Hunters, detect an early period log cabin. Will we find artifacts from pioneer times or artifacts from the Civil War? Stay tuned on this exciting adventure. Hello everyone, and welcome to this episode of the Appalachian History Detectives. We are on site here in Romney, West Virginia. Romney was a hotbed of Civil War activity. It changed hands as many times as Winchester, Virginia did. There was a lot of troop movement back and forth through here. Both of these towns are on the map during that time. Both were, actually sizable communities. And I am joined today, because I'm on his permission, and this is Chad. And we are going to look at this cabin. And it's not a big site because it's in town. We've got this area here to look at. We've got another back area, back lot here we're going to look at. We're going to look at the side area here. Don't know what we're going to find. Could find lots of stuff. We could just find iron stuff. But I wanted to go up to this house, and I'm going to show you something, as I do all log cabins featured in my videos. This cabin here features a dovetail notch. You see how this is notched out? It's not got the gable or the hip, or the saddle. So this is not a saddle notch. This is a dovetail notch. And Chad tells me that the house is in the 1900s census and a map. I told him I think this house post 1840, but I believe it was built, I think, before a lot of these other brick structures in town were built, because a lot of these buildings were built in the late 1800s and they're more permanent. And with this being a log cabin in town, and it actually used to be part of a farm, and we're right downtown, so I think this cabin probably anywhere from 1840 to 1860 is my guess. And I hope we find things in the ground that will confirm that. So stay tuned. Everything I find, I'll show you what it is, and we'll try to date this cabin. And I hope you guys enjoyed the story. I hope you guys learned a lot about the town of Romney and its role in the Civil War. Okay, I'm going to start off in Pro 000 iron to scrim, and 2 bars down from the top on sensitivity. I suspect there's going to be a lot of iron, a lot of trash in the ground here because we're right in town. And so I will probably bump this up. So we're going to start off here, and we're going to start off at that. We're going to see what we find. This is a solid 62 here. Okay, I think I have a coin right here. I don't know if it's a coin. Kind of looks irony. See the iron there? Kind of wondering if it's not. Yep, it's not a coin, but it is brass. And I don't know if it's a gear. Oh, it's very, very fragile. You can see it breaking. I'm not even going to touch it anymore. That's a pretty good find right there. Would have loved to have had a coin to date this house, but that's a pretty decent find right there. I have something right here, and looks like just a piece of, actually, I wonder if this could have been on top of a wood planer. Sometimes they had stuff like this on top of a wood planer, plain like that. Yeah, I think that's what it is. That's exactly what it is. Okay, so actually, this is an iron artifact. It's actually a pretty decent find. Right here is, this is the blade right here. This is the blade. And so this was an iron planer. I found it down about 8-10 inches deep, so it's pretty deep. And this is pretty old. I'm really pleased with that. But that's a wood planer, a hand planer. And there's no doubt in my mind that's from the 1800s. It's a good find. Let's keep going. Okay, I cleaned this up, and it is a metal wood planer. Is that what do you call this, Chad?
I think it's a jack plane. Could it be for doing like end cuts or trim work type stuff?
And Chad says he has some of these actually at the house, and these are a collector's item. And these can date from the mid-1800s, which would put that cabin right where I think it is. And I think this cabin is 1860s. And I think that this is a great artifact to find to help us date this cabin. That is an old planer. What Chad says is a jack planer. Chad's going to look it up, and he's going to find us an example of one. But he said these are collector's items. That's a good find. Okay, I think I found a coin, and I don't know if it is a penny, a memorial cent, a dime. Oh, look, it's not even old. Looky there. I think it's modern. I think it's zinc. Look, it's already been eaten away. And you know, the amazing thing about this penny is the hole that I dug it out of is about 6 inches deep. So that was a little deeper than what I would hope to find a coin of this modern era. But you can see, actually, this is the mud imprint. You can see the Lincoln Memorial there. So I don't think I'm going to be able to get a date off of this. It's just falling apart. These old zinc coins, just really, really look at that. Alright, well, let's keep going. Hopefully we'll find something older than that. Alright, I was getting ready to dig another shovel in because it sounded like it was back here, but I think I see something right here, and it looks big. Oh, good. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that is awesome. Look at that. That is an old lock.
Oh, yeah.
It's flat. It's got a design on it. Man, maybe we can date this thing.
It's a lot cooler than my padlock.
Did you find a padlock too?
Yeah, but it's a lot more current.
Chad said he found a padlock too. Oh yeah, yep.
I think it's a brass body. It rang real high, but it's new, modern.
Yep, junior. Well, this one's got. Have to clean that up. There's actually a name on there. R-A-R. Do you see that? R-A-R, maybe L. Let me clean this up.
That looks super cool.
And let me bring you guys back. Okay, I cleaned it up, and it says Pearl. P-E-A-R-L. And look at the artistry of that piece. It's artistic. There's the back of it. Yep.
That doesn't have any actual information. It's just somebody trying to sell one.
Yep. You found one online right there. How much are they wanting for that?
$34.
$34? $34. If you guys know the age of this thing, please let me know. But that is a great find. I'm real happy with that. I'm going to try to find a date on this. And it's got a 2. It's got a 2 over here. And over here on this side, I don't know if you guys can see this. Let me zoom in here. It's got an E. So this is labeled. It's 2E Pearl. All right. That's a great find. We'll keep going. Okay, I just pulled this plug, and whatever it is right there. In fact, some of it I just found down in here. So I think it's brass, but let's take a look. Oh wow, it is a buckle. I think it might be a shoe buckle. I think it might be an old shoe buckle. Looky there. That is a great find. That is an old shoe buckle. Here's where the buckle went. Here's the back side of it, and it came over to there. So I'm going to look around here. See if the rest of it is in this hole. But that's what that is. That is an old shoe buckle. That is a great find. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, I just pulled this plug. It rang really high. I don't know what it is, but it's square. So let's pull that out. And let's look at this. It's okay. I think I know what this is. This was on a on a chest, or a big square chest, maybe a travel chest, a wood chest, and the thing was right here, and it would come over and it would lock it. So I think this went on a wood chest that you would see back in the 1800s when people would travel across the country on trains. I believe that's what this is. And that's just a guess. I'm just guessing what this is because I've seen stuff like this before. If you guys think it's something different, please let me know what it is, but that's a really cool find. Okay, I cleaned it up, and it's reading A 92, 90 to 92, solid 90 to 92. I think this is silver. And you can actually see, it's either silver plated or I think it might be silver plated. But if you look in there, you can see silver, the silver shine, the silver sheen. And it's heavy. And I mean, you can even see the silver on the back part. So, I don't know what this is. I thought it might have went to a trunk, a travel trunk. But now I'm not so sure. I think something covered it there. But that's a great find. That's a fantastic find. Alright, Chad found something interesting, and we're going to go watch him pull it out of the ground. Oh my gosh, that's a great find.
I think there's more down there too.
Oh, that is a great find. Dude, that's a find of the day right there. Oh, that is a fantastic find right there. Beautiful. I mean, look at the patina on that. Well, Chad, I mean, that is an absolute gorgeous, fantastic find that you found right there. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, I think I found a coin, and I believe it's copper. And let's just hope it's something that's more than well, actually, you see this? See that? That shows you that there's zinc in there. So this penny's not going to be old. This is going to be a 1-cent piece. There's no doubt in my mind. I don't think this is going to be that old. Okay, it is a Lincoln Memorial cent. It says cent right here. And I believe the date is 1997. So you can tell that they put zinc in these coins after, I believe, in the 80s. And they don't last very long. But that's what that is. Been digging a lot of pull tabs. But I want to show you guys something. There are a ring of bricks right here. And there was a well right here. And this was the kitchen. So coming out of the kitchen door, a well stood right here. I don't know if it's filled in. I'm not going to step on that. But I don't know if you can see inside of there. It's kind of dark. But this is the kitchen. And the kitchen, as you will see, was separated from the rest of the main part of the house, because the kitchen would get hot in the summer from cooking and baking bread and all of those things, and so they had it separated out. Now the inverse is true in the winter time. You want that heat to come into the house. So I'm not sure how they did it. I just pulled this out of this hole right here. It read an 83 to 85, and I thought it might be lead. It kind of looks like there's some patina on there. I'll try to clean it up a little bit. Have you guys seen anything like this? Look, it looks like it's been cut here, but this looks like it was manufactured this way. You guys have any idea what that is? Okay, what is this? It's brassy, or copper. It's got a nice green patina on there. And it looks like there's a pattern right here. But it looks like it's been ripped. But this is thick. Let me clean this up, and I'll bring you guys back to see what this is. Okay, I tried to clean this up the best I could. But actually, you can see a nice pattern on here, and it's not ripped. This is the way it's made. It's real heavy. I mean, it almost feels like lead. It's that heavy. But I believe that this is either brass or copper, and I think it's brass. But man, that's really pretty. It's got a real pretty patina on it. It's got a really cool design, but I have no clue what something like that would be used for. That's a good find. If anybody has seen anything like this out there, please let me know. Alright, I ran into Chad over here. He's on the back side of the house. I came around.
Dog tax.
Here, you want to try that? It says Hampshire on it. Yeah, it looks like a dog tag. Tax, dog tax. 1954? Is it 1954? Oh.
I'm going to assume.
No, we'll never know, huh? Let me see it.
It's the...
Okay, so it says Hampshire County, West Virginia, dog tax. And it says number 350. West Virginia is one of those states that taxes you on everything. They tax you on trees, the size of trees, the type of trees. And if you own a dog or a pet, they tax you on that too. Welcome to America. Okay, I pulled this out of the ground, and I believe, and I could be wrong, could be a lid, and I believe this is part of a toe tap. It's really heavy, very strong, and I don't know, maybe it isn't. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just lead. I mean, it's heavy. It's a heavy piece. Could be lead. I don't know what it is. Could be melted lead. Okay, Chad and I are going to do a wrap up. It's getting to be late in the afternoon, and we're going to go to another place. I'm going to show you guys. It's going to be another detection, another video, another day, but we're going to go over there and check that place out. So in the meantime, we're going to bring everything out that we found. We're going to go over everything, and I honestly think we did very, very well considering what we found and the size of the yard that we did. I mean, again, this is the front yard, and the backyard is about half this size. We actually did very well, and I think Chad found the find of the day. But I like that lock set I found too, that padlock I found. So anyway, let's see. Chad has. I actually haven't seen everything that he has, so this is going to be new for me too. Okay, Chad, show us what you got.
Lots of nails.
Lots of iron.
Iron, little washers, pop tops, little copper.
Yeah, what I noticed is a lot of the nails are actually round nails, not square. The house does have square nails, but there's a lot of round nails here, so that tells me post 1880. You did find some older stuff, older than 1880s. I mean, the harmonica reed, you know, that's Civil War or post-Civil War. And of course, your dog tax is, you got a 1940 wheat cent. There you go. World War 1940, World War II, beginning of World War II.
A little bit of modern 70s.
Got some modern clad. So you're up 25, 26, 27, 28 cents. And he found this skillet. This is a skillet that has legs on it that you sit down into the coals. You've seen this before. I found one of these at the last the last dig that Chig and I did. And of course, his find of the day are these boot spurs. And you know, that is really beautiful. I was real pleased to be there by your side, you know, and see you pull that out of there. That's awesome. And everything here, I mean, you guys didn't see me pull the glasses out. I think everything else you see me pull out of the ground. I actually think this is a hair piece and not a buckle, a shoe buckle or an old colonial buckle. I think that's actually something you'd put on your hair, but I don't know. If anybody knows what that is, you let me know. Planer, an old planer from the 1900s. I think it's from 1900 to 1910. I don't know. Some people have told me already that late 1800s. The pearl lock, again, 1900 to 1920. I do not know what this is. It's heavy, and I thought it was lead, but I think it's brass or copper. This is silver. It's really heavy. I think it's plated silver, but it could be full silver. It's very heavy. I didn't show that. It's metal. It's bright. I love the color orange. An old file. I thought that was a shoe tap. Still could be. I don't know. And then that little brass gear. So that's what we found. Did you have a good time?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Had a great time. I hope you guys enjoyed the dig. I hope you enjoyed the video, learning about Romney, the Civil War here, and about this house. All right, I'm here with Chad, and we just did the wrap up, and we're actually at the next location, but I wanted to conclude our last dig, or dig that we just did, on where I think the artifacts that we found can possibly date that cabin. It's a dovetail notch. We know that's post 1840. We didn't really find any Civil War era artifacts in there, except maybe that spur, but I don't know. We'd have to look at that style of spur. If any of you guys know what kind of spur that is, hill spur, go ahead and let us know. But I think that cabin, he said it shows up on a 1900 map. I was beginning to think it's 1860, but I actually think it's around 1880 to 1900. Actually, might even be closer to 1900, because everything we found is like 1900 and on, and or late 1800s. So that's what I think. I could be wrong, but that's what I think. I appreciate you guys joining us this episode, and we'll see you on the next one. Okay, everyone, I am with Chad, and we are at the next site, and this is going to be a lead into another video. We are, actually, Chad, why don't you tell us where we're at?
Yeah, this is the Wapacoma mansion. It's the original part that you can see. It's 1754, I believe, and I think additions were put on, mid 1800s. It was built by I can't remember the gentleman's name, but it's been in the Parsons family for generations, and it's actually, you can see they're putting a little bit of an addition on and doing some renovations, but it's still owned by and lived. The Parsons still live in it. So this has a lot of historical significance to our area.
Yep. And it's right on the South Branch River. There's a lot of land here. I'll just give you a quick pan.
It was a working farm for many years.
A lot of Civil War activity in here. There's probably how many acres in there? A couple hundred, 300?
It's quite a bit.
There's a lot. It goes way, way down the valley. And actually, here is, we're right on the Potomac Eagle passenger train terminal. Really, it's kind of this would be a
spur from the B&O.
B&O. It's a tourist train. There's you can pay to go on that train, and there's a lot of eagle sightings, and that's why they call it Potomac Eagle. And it goes down through a trough and a gorge where there aren't any roads, and there's eagles nesting down through there. So it's very popular. If you're ever out this way, look into the Potomac Eagle. But I'm looking forward to being able to check that house out.
This would have been a main route between Petersburg, Moorfield, Romney, and Cumberland.
Okay, and a lot of Civil War activity in here.
Including there's a battle that took place about 5 miles out.
All right, well,
So lots of activity.
hopefully we'll get the chig on this dig. I think we will. So stay tuned. I'm sure it'll be coming down the road, and we'll catch you guys on the next episode.